Well, how's it going, YouTube? We're gonna get canning today. I'm canning pickles. I'm just I'm gonna just show you like little, I don't have time to like set up the whole production of canning because it's a busy day. And I'm sure a lot of you are busy too. Just get some things in the house. Make sure you're stocked up. All the things, you know, just in case. But today we're canning. We're canning pickles, and I have, look at, 1.5 jars. By the way, I heard Xtra now sells these. I have not ordered from Xtra yet, but I plan to. So I'm going to get you set up here because what we're going to do, we're going to take our dried basil, we're going to chop it up. We're going to put it in a jar, and then that's going to get added to my seasoning pantry. Because, you know, you can never have enough seasonings, in my opinion. I'm going to make a banana bread for the kids. They've been asking for it, and I got bananas begging for it. So, I'm just going to kind of randomly turn on the camera here and just take you along. It's Monday. It's kind of a crazy day, and I'll just show you snippets of my day as I move throughout my kitchen today. So, all right, love you. God bless. All right. I wanted to see how. Grab my little bowl here. I wanted to see how I did the sweet basil. Now I had a little short video that I just shared on my channel. I'll leave a link up above in the corner for you. But that was just a fun little video that I turned on at like 11 o'clock at night when I was doing it. And it's basically you wash your basil, you harvest it. Yeah, I pick it all off. I take off all the stems because I personally don't like the stems. I wash it. I dry it with paper towel as well as I can. It's going in the dehydrator, so it'll be fine. And then I dehydrate it. Now it's been sitting in my dehydrator for 2 days, but it's still crispy. So if by any chance it would get soft, I'd just turn on the dehydrator for like an hour and dry it back out. So I use one of these little KitchenAid. I call it my little chop, right, Eric? Yep. My little chop. So I just throw it in my little chop. It's just easy for me. And so all we're going to do is on the Xtra dehydrator, you have these mats. And I just do that. And then if you got a couple of pieces that fall, just throw it in there. We're just going to kind of load this up. Get it in the chopper. If you have a big one, you can use a big one. I had a big KitchenAid food processor, but it stopped working on me. That was before even the accident, so I need to probably replace it, but I seem to get by okay without one. So it's not like it's more of a want right now than a need, but if you have a food processor that you love, let me know down in the comments just so I can, when I'm ready, take a look at them. I love sweet basil. I still have some growing out there, so I'm hoping I can harvest. I'd like to harvest more another couple of times so that I have enough to get me through the winter, is what I'm hoping. But I use sweet basil in almost everything, I swear. I love it that much. A little sweet basil in your mashed potatoes is the key to, you guys remember Hudson's department store? they used to have, at least here in Michigan, in Detroit, they used to have Eastland Center. They used to have a restaurant, a fancy restaurant. And my mom and I went when they closed, and the chef told me the secret of the mashed potatoes, and it's a little bit of sweet basil. So now I put a little bit of sweet basil in my mashed potatoes every time I make them. It's so good. Okay, so I'm just gonna put the lid on. Okay, we're gonna set it to chop, because on this little thing you either have chop or you have puree. And then we're just gonna chop it up. Oh, jump down. I'll catch you. There we go. Just until you get it to the consistency you like it. And then when you get it to the way you like it, oh, grab me the big funnel, just so I'm not messy. Thank you, my love. Okay, so once you get it to the way that you like it, are you watching, Eric, so you can do this yourself one day?
I'm watching.
Alright, we're going to take out the blade, and I think you guys can see. I'm going to take this off, and then we're just going to, woo! Put it right in there, and that's it. And then I save the tops to the Parmesan cheese the kids like, you know, the Kraft one, but it's really Aldi brand. And then I'm just gonna write on here. Now sometimes I use the nice ones from Ball, but we're rolling with this. So sweet basil. Looks like cat. Does he want outside again?
Go though.
These cats want to go outside, but they want you to sit out there with them. Okay. So we've got sweet basil. Put it on your little jelly jar just like that. And now you can take measurements if you need a teaspoon or a tablespoon, or you can just sprinkle a little. So save these tops. Alright. Okay, now we're going to move on to canning. Okay, so I've got my water kind of boiling over here. I'm going to put in my jars to get that going. And Eric found me 2 packs of 1.5 jars from Ball that I knew I had bought some when they were on, you know, when we got word that they were going to stop making them. I thought I ran out and bought all the ones I could find, and I did. So we're just going to get these filled with hot water so that when it comes time to put pickles in them, you know, they say you don't have to sterilize your jars anymore, and I get it, but I was taught by old school canning queens, and it's just embedded in me now. I don't take shortcuts. I do it the way that that I learned how to do it, and I just, you know, I got a system. I got a rhythm that I go by. So, let's scoot this over, scoop this over. Let's get one more in there. What a blessing. Okay, and I'm going to add just a little bit more water in here. I know when I take these jars out and I dump them into the water into this canner, we're going to have plenty of water, but I'm just going to top it off till the jars are covered. Then any extra water that I pull out of here, I'll just put in my sink. Just so they're covered. Okay, and then I'll put the lid back on that. Oh, no, we're not. I'm gonna put some vinegar in there so the jars aren't cloudy. Even though I have a water softener, I still have hard water, well water. So, okay, let me get my cucumbers in the sink and ready to wash it. Just to show you how I do it, always fill a sink full of ice cold water, and then we're going to wash these up, and then we are going to slice them. We are doing spears because I don't have any pickle spears, and these are perfect for that. Okay, so I am cutting off the very ends. Those will go to the chicks. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, cut it in half. And I'm going to cut it in half again. Ooh, look at those. Now let's just see if they'll fit in a jar. Or do we got to cut them? Ooh. Oh, we're going to have to cut them just a little bit. Just a little bit. But nothing goes to waste here because those are going to go to the chickens and they're going to be so happy. It's like a watermelon party without the watermelon. Let's see. Ooh, just a little bit more. So have a jar handy if you're doing spears. Because we want it to the half, we want it to the half-inch mark, so I don't want it going over that. Okay, I'm doing it to the 1-inch head space. Okay, good. Okay, right here. Good. Alright, so that's how we're doing it. Alright, Eric, hand me another cucumber. We'll do one more together. And then Mama's going to get flying. Okay. And. Okay. Now you can cut this one more time if you want them more of a spear, but Eric said this size is good. Is this size good for you guys?
That's good.
You want a big spear, right? Okay, that's good. Okay, and I'm gonna try to cut as much of like kind of the excess white. Okay. That's even easier. Measure it by the half. Okay, all right, I'm gonna get going. There's our bowl full of cucumbers. I'm just gonna kind of do them in spurts here. So now I want to make our brine, which I am using the kosher dill pickles from Mrs. Wages. And we're gonna, of course, doctor them up. We're gonna add garlic. We're gonna add a little extra pickling spice. I'm probably gonna add, should I add red peppers or no? No, you know what, I got enough hot and zesty stuff. I'm just gonna make these garlic dills. And what about banana peppers? You want a couple of banana peppers in there? No? We'll save those for salad. Okay, so we're gonna keep it simple. executive decision between me and Eric. So we're doubling the recipe for this. So we are going to add 14 2/3 cup of water. So there's 4. Okay. There's 8. Okay. 12. Okay, and this is 14 2/3. So there's that. And then it requires 3 1/3 cups of 5% acidic vinegar, white distilled vinegar. So we are going to be doing 6 2/3 cup of that. So let me grab that. Okay, so there is 4. And then we want 6 2/3. So we want 2. 2 2/3. Okay, and I'm also going to get out a little dish for my vinegar, for my rims, while I have my vinegar out. And then it's 1 pouch of dill mix. And in this case, since we're doubling it, it's 2 pouches. Ooh, it smells so good. Alright. Come on, little stubborn garlic. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and turn this on a medium heat. Make sure my pot is over the flame there. Okay, and then we're going to whisk this. And we're going to heat this up to a boil. And then it'll be go time. Alright, I'll bring you back. I have everything spread out. Extra little pickling spice because I like the look. A little bit of fresh garlic, 1 little piece in each jar. Some dehydrated garlic. My lids and rings washed and soaking in hot water. My vinegar, my scoop or ladle, my debubbler, of course, my magnetic wand, our pickling, our jars are sterilized. These are ready to go. Chicken bowl. We're good. Okay. One thing I want to say before we get canning together. This Mrs. Wages, and I'll leave a link to all my canning supplies, and I'll leave a link to this because you can buy it from Amazon. This is called Xtra Crunch, and I'm telling you, like, I've used the ball pickle crisp, right? I've always used the pickle crisp. I tried this. This is so much better. It's so much better. So these are my pickles that I did with you guys. I think I made a video on this. Maybe I didn't. These are my sweet and zesty pickles. They're like bread and butter, but then I added some, you know, a little bit more zing to them. I just want to show you, let me get off the dill. I want to show you, well, I want you to hear how crispy this is, and hopefully you can hear it. Can you hear that? I'm hoping you can hear that. Nothing but the best filming and editing here at the Kneady Homesteader channel. Crunchy all the way through. This, game changer. So we're going to be adding some of that in our pickle. Hopefully you can see all that. Okay, so we are just at a boil here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my ladle in there. I'm going to turn this down to low just so that it stays hot. I'm going to lift off of my lid, and then my jar lifters. I am going to pull the jar out, empty the water carefully. Okay, and then I'm going to keep the pickle spears close. They don't need to be like right on me. It's okay. And then we're going to start winding them in here. Being careful because these jars are very hot. Towel here. Tetris it in here. And I take turns like putting a thin on the bottom, a thick on top, then kind of moving it around so that it kind of fits in here. I think we can fit one more. Can we fit one more? I think we can. Now, funnel. And before we get that ladled, let's just we're going to do a quarter. A little less than a quarter because this isn't quite a quart, but we're going to can it for a quart timing. Then we're going to add, I only have half teaspoon, but I'm really only adding like a quarter teaspoon. Okay. And then one bonus piece of garlic inside. And I kind of want tucked so you can see it. Alright, now up. I always try to go to like the 1 inch mark, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to debubble. So I'm going to put that garlic down there. In between the spears. Okay, and now we're going to follow the ring. The center one is the one that is for a 1/2 inch. Take that to a 1/2 inch headspace. Piece of paper towel. Wipe the rim with vinegar. Grab a lid and a ring. Making sure you don't hurt yourself. Okay, fingertip tight. And then I wish I could spin it all the way around. My wrists don't work that way. Okay, that's it. All right, that's going in. Alright, let's do one more together. Okay. I'm going to kind of take this over. Hold on. There we are. We have it. Okay. And then, whew, hot stuff. We're going to put of garlic in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and add our pickle crisp. I'm going to add some extra garlic, some extra pickling spice, and then give this a good stir. And fill this to 1-inch headspace. Bubble in between all those spears. And then find your center band on your jar. Fill it to the 1/2-inch headspace. Now, vinegar. And lid on that. Get a ring on that. Fingertip tight. And then in the canner it goes. Okay. Alright. Now 1.5 jars like this are going to, if you have some, or get your hands on some, or you can buy some from Azure. I have not done that yet. I still have to place my first order with Azure, but I'm excited to try them out. You can pick these up at Azure. These are going to process for the same time as quartz, which is 15 minutes. 15 minutes, shut off your heat, let them sit in the, take off the lid, let them sit in that hot water for 5 minutes, pull them out, and then get going with the second load. Alright, I'm going to keep going here. I'll bring you back when we get started on the canning. Okay, you guys, we got 7 beautiful jars in there. I'm going to go ahead, put the lid on. I set this to canning. When this comes to a full rapid boil, we will start the countdown for 15 minutes. Shut this off. Carefully lift up the lid. Add another 5 minutes, just letting it sit and rest. And then we'll pull these out. And then I will show you what they look like. The last 5 are in the canner. And we've got a little bit of brine, which I'm going to put in a jar and put in my fridge. And then this is, so far, 2 canners full. So we've got a good amount of pickles. I'm very happy with this. Alright, I was going to add the banana bread. I wasn't sure how I was going to film this, to be honest with you. I was going to add the banana bread in this, but I think I'm going to make this a separate video. So I have my butter out. I have my eggs out, room temperature. So I'll bring you back when I make that, probably tonight, because I got to get cleaned up. I got a girlfriend coming over. We're bartering. She's bringing me zucchini and yellow squash. I'm giving her eggs and some pickle crisp. It's a beautiful thing. If you don't have money and you don't want to exchange money, barter. Barter. I'm bartering for so many things now. It's so much fun. So she's about to come over. She'll be here in a minute. So I'm going to run downstairs and then head back up here. This canner should then be done. I'll make dinner and then we'll make some banana bread together. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me while I make pickles. And God bless. I'll see you soon. Look at those big pickle chips. good, Mace?
Yes, very.
They only float when they're super hot. They'll come down. Look at how pretty, huh?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Looks good?
Oh, yeah. Looks very good.
All right, that's the end.